And welcome, fellow adventurers, to the MGM Adventures podcast hosted by Matt.
And Gina.
What we are going to talk about today is have we thawed out from Cedar Point's winter chill out event?
What is winter chill out?
We'll talk about that shortly.
Ooh.
As a hint, we are wearing short sleeves, so probably have. Please make sure to like, follow, and share wherever you are listening or watching this from.
And
That'd be great.
please send us questions and feedback to mgmadventures@yahoo.com or any one of our social channels or directly on YouTube. Comment down below. Headliner.
What is winter chill out?
Cold.
It's cold. It is cold. It can be cold. It depends. We'll talk about that shortly. It's an off-season tour of Cedar Point. No rides are running.
Excuse me? You
Yeah.
went to a theme park with no rides?
Yeah, we went to a closed theme park with no rides.
It couldn't have been closed. We got in.
Well, it was open for the event, but it was closed for rides, and most locations were closed for food and bathrooms.
There was no rides open, no food open, and no bathrooms.
There were bathrooms.
Except for
There were
one.
more bathrooms.
We'll get into that
We'll
later.
get into all that. But this event allows you to go in places that you would never be able to go in during the regular season for safety reasons, like under the track. We'll talk about that shortly. And you also get to learn what's coming in 2026. All exciting. Also, this event does support a Kiddigan, which is a charity that helps families with kids with illnesses and other ailments. And that allows them
Gets them away for the day.
gets them a day at the parks. Cedar Fair has been with them for a while, and now Six Flags has kind of taken that along. So we've seen them at several events. And also, importantly, Cedar Point donates all of the man hours to the event and anything else such as lunch. And this year, the event raised
$120,000.
So that's awesome to hear that, to be honest. They do have a Kiddigan Day over the summer. We're going to go through our regular stops first. We do have some more regular stops that we've been to. We still enjoy them. And then we got some new stops, which are very exciting.
Yes.
So where was our first stop, our regular stop?
My favorite, the Jack Aldrich Theater.
Why is it your favorite?
It's a theater. I love theater. I did theater in school, and I like seeing the behind the scenes. So walked in, they had the costumes set up, they had some props set up, the casket from one of the shows was there.
Spoiler.
They had the sound, some of the sound equipment out, so you could kind of play with that. They had the lanterns from Halloween to kind of show how they work. They had a person doing makeup for the monsters.
Yep.
They had a display of one of the houses. And fun fact, if you didn't know, during Halloween weekends, there is a hidden Samson and Churro in each haunted house.
For those that don't know, who are Samson and Churro?
A camel.
Which one is the camel?
Samson.
And what's Churro?
An animal.
Churro is an alpaca.
I know.
That
an alpaca
was born
at Cedar Point.
So look out for the minifigures when you're going through the haunted houses.
Yes, and then you got to go behind the scenes to the dressing rooms.
Yep.
And you got to see all the writing on the walls of who was in the show for that
really
year
cool
and all the things.
Also, we did learn there's a new show coming to the Jack Aldrich Theater, tentatively titled Generations. So I expect this will be good. Every show that we've seen in the Jack Aldrich Theater is kind of a really good show. So the shows from last year are returning. I did not see a Lusty Lils, unfortunately. However, we didn't do this last year, but I didn't notice this, but the comedy shows are coming back. That was held at the Palace Theater, so those are coming back. We are moving on. What was our next stop?
So we were at the front of the park at the Jack Aldrich Theater, all the way to the back.
By Slingshot.
To the sign and animatronics shop.
Yeah, it's right back there. And actually, on the way, we did notice a few things. We'll talk about that later. But there were a couple.
The monster was still put together.
It was. There's some other
Eagles
things.
Was not.
Well, we got more to talk about. But what do we do in the sign shop?
We walk around.
So the sign shop is really cool. Number one, they always have a couple signs in there that they've refurbed, repainted, cleaned up, maybe rebuilt. It just depends. So the Crystal Rock Cafe, the water parks restaurant sign got refreshed, so that was nice to see freshly painted. I think a Coca-Cola refresh sign was in there.
A guessing game
The
sign.
guessing game sign was in there, so that's cool. And then,
And
also,
then
around on the walls and everything is basically a Cedar Point museum, is basically what it is of the signs. There's big signs, little signs, all kinds of signs. The biggest
all the
one
signs.
the biggest one is probably the Wicked Twister sign, for sure, but there is a couple Snake River Falls signs, a couple of
R.I.P.
there's a sign for Mantis, there's
R.I.P.
kinda. There's a sign for Disaster Transport,
R.I.P.
there's a sign for Frontier Fling,
R.I.P.
and also a bunch of history, and also Harvest Fear.
R.I.P.
Thank you, which was a scare zone that's gone, so a lot of cool stuff in there. We also had noticed the giant, lanterns,
Lanterns.
about my size of lantern,
My
tall.
size wide.
I don't know, no, not true. So we saw those, and we actually got to see kinda behind the scenes on those,
Yeah,
and
they
you
actually
described that.
take those, I wanna say plastic,
Yeah,
and they put a design on it. So I
mm,
think there was a mermaid,
a witch,
a witch,
all kinds of different
all
ones, yeah.
different ones, but
Mhm,
you can, like, trade them out, swap them out
yep,
into the slots that they have. I have made a miniature one for, like, a craft to do at home so I could change, um, for the seasons, and I make mine with a cutting board from Dollar General and a napkin, and I
mhm.
switch those out. But they have it a bigger version, probably about 300 times the size of the one I have at
Yeah, it's
home.
pretty impressive. And so they put a light in the middle and it lights up at night.
Yep.
They're really cool. So if you've been, we have seen them also at Kings Island.
Yeah, because they
We
have theirs for their
the
actual haunted
Halloween
house.
mazes around the Eiffel Tower. So if you've been there, it's the same things. So that's unique. And then after all of the historical signs, you're
We
gonna
walk
walk
through.
in a tunnel of Boneville.
I love Boneville.
Yeah, so you actually get to see, and I guess we don't do this, but you could touch Boneville.
Don't
I
touch
would
them.
recommend doing it.
They're
They're
skeletons.
skeletons. You never know if they're what they're gonna do. So, you walk through a tunnel of Boneville characters, and in the back is the giant rock guy, the pumpkin from Thunder Canyon's thing. I can't
Yeah.
think of it right now. Pumpkin. I don't.
Eater.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
So there's that. Um, the dancing guy that's over by the glass blowing theater. Last year he does move around. Um,
But you got to see the back of him.
we did, and that was cool to see how some of the
He's
pneumatics
naked
worked.
underneath.
It's just
Actually, there's nothing underneath
there's
except
just
like
wires and pistons and stuff.
a wire, pistons, and like a skeleton.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
it.
good way to put it.
Which it's draped with his
Yeah.
loincloth.
We also saw, importantly, we saw Dave.
Dang.
Dave, if you didn't know, is from Disaster Transport. He does come out occasionally. He did come out a couple of Halloween ago
He's
with the
usually a
lantern.
gatekeeper.
What has been in the Gatekeeper store as a tribute, because that's where he kinda hung out before in his real life, but he's been kinda hidden past couple years.
And the Boneville band
Yep.
has gotten refreshed. They
Yeah,
look so
that was
good.
really nice. They all got new paint, they got new strings, they got new everything, and I believe one of them, I think it's the one that plays the banjo, don't quote I don't
I'm
remember,
quoting you.
um, great, did have something with a jaw or an eye, I don't remember what it was, but it got fixed. So there you go, the whole band.
Skeletons don't have eyes.
They have eye sockets?
You said eye,
Whatever.
not eye socket.
Also in here are the lights. So all of the Millennium Force Hill lights were there.
Yes.
The fog machines,
Out of Siren's Curse.
including the Siren's Curse fog machine. Spoiler. If you've not run Siren's Curse. And then also the sound was in here too. So
Yeah, we heard the top thrill dragster sound
a lot. Millennium
a
Force played
lot.
once, and I don't remember what else did, but it was 90% Top Thrill Dragster. So anyway, that was cool. Uh, I don't know if we'd learned anything new in there, but we could spend all day in there, to be honest.
And on the first 2 stops, we received little trinkets.
Yep.
On the first stop, we received buttons, and Matt and I noticed that we received different buttons.
Yeah.
And then in the sign shop, they pass out 3 different cards.
And they've done this for past several years, both of these spots, and they're
Yep.
really cool. And they're different, and they're winter chill out, year, so they're exclusive. You can't get them anywhere else. The buttons you kind of can, except there is one button, I think, from entertainment that's a winter chill out button. So anyway,
I don't know.
then we went,
Walk some more.
walked a little bit more.
Over to the barnyard.
We did have another stop, but we're counting it as a new stop, so we're gonna just stick with our regular stops first, and then we'll get back there, but our next regular stop was the barnyard. Who was in the barnyard?
Our friends.
Who?
Churro,
Churro?
chorizo,
Yep. The
and
other one, which I don't remember his name, sorry.
I need to look that up.
Yeah. Um, it's fine.
You had
Um,
alpacas, goats, and
llamas.
llamas. Yep.
Yeah, that
And
had
he
been
looked at me funny, or she, I don't know.
they brought them up, I think the day before, and they were leaving that day, so it's nice that they bring them up.
They live in Kentucky.
They do live in Kentucky. The goats were very excited to see people. I think the other animals were too. The goats were very excited to see people, and they'll be back in the summer, so make sure to check
Oh,
them out.
yeah.
Next, we went to the train shop, and, the trains were in various states. Myron, number 22, was pretty much put together. Judy K, number 44, was missing the cab, but the cab was there. We actually went by the cab first. Um, George is in pieces.
Poor George.
Poor George. I think if I'm not mistaken, something's happened to George's boiler, but I don't quote me on that. Uh,
Quoting you.
Probably quoting me. And then there was this random giant present
I love presents.
that looked to be a train,
I don't think it's a
was
train.
probably a train.
No. Do not open until May of 2026.
It's a train.
We'll see.
We'll put a picture in and you tell us if it's a train. It's a train. Um,
It's gonna be like one of those things you see on Facebook where they, like,
yeah,
make it look like a plunger and it's not.
it's a train. So basically, they did, obviously Myra and Judy K and George are there. Well, George is in pieces, but he's there mostly. There's a fourth train, which has been missing for the past couple of years because it was sent over for refurb in 2024. And I guess it got a brand new refresh. And that is the train number one, the GA Brockling. So I'm pretty sure it's train number one. I think they kind of hinted at it when we were in there. They may have told another group, but it was rumored that it was on site. So where else would you put a train besides a train shop? I don't know. Anyway, next up.
We walked our happy little booties over to the laundry room,
Yeah, it's a nice laundry room. It smells good and it's warm.
and it's very large. They have the biggest washer I've ever seen, washer and dryer,
Mhm.
and folder.
Yeah, they have a folder for the sheets.
Yeah.
And they were,
They usually show off how they function,
yeah,
but this year they did not due
yeah.
to
They said staffing, so that's what I'm
staffing.
gonna it's still cool to go through there. There were a couple people in there to see that, and we did learn. So, obviously, Castaway Bay stays open all year. That makes
Does it?
sense. Hotel Breakers is closed. Shocking. Not really shocking. But, the Express Hotel, we learned, reopened in January on the weekends
Yep.
to help support Sports Force Park. So that's interesting. So all of their laundry, plus the laundry for the park employees, the costumes for the shows, the maintenance peoples, anything like that. That's all. They all go through them, which is neat. They
What
have
about
special.
Sawmill?
So Sawmill has its own. So Sawmill Creek has its own, and we actually stayed at Sawmill Creek for this, which was neat to do.
It was.
That was our
It was
final.
a it
It
was
was,
nice.
yeah,
It was really nice.
yeah. So we'll
I'd
we'll
stay
talk
there
about
again.
that in an upcoming episode. We'll talk about the hotels, but at Cedar Point. But
And we'll rank of our least favorite to our favorite.
probably, yeah. So we went in landscaping after laundry. It's always cool to see landscaping. It's a smaller place, but it's cool to see what they do. They have their rain system that they talk about. And if you dive into that, they talk about mowing. Obviously, not surprising. That's
And
what
they
they do.
show us the planter for the year and past years.
Yeah. So they have the planter for this year is.
The 250th anniversary of America.
So that should be cool to see that in.
Why they didn't do 50th anniversary for Corkscrew, I don't know.
I'm okay with the one they picked,
Of course you were.
but they
I am
also.
too, I don't care.
Yeah, they also were talking about how they bring in pumpkins and corn stalks, and obviously, if the stuff's good, they do donate that. But some of the stuff does, depending on the heat, depends. So
In past years, they've done mostly they do rides,
the
I
new
wanna
ride,
say, not
anything big, they do, yeah. And they've occasionally, when there was even an off year, they would put in like the carousel or Cedar Down. So it's been different things. Mostly, it's been Siren's Curse was last year, Top Thrill 2, Wild Mouse. I think it was the past 3 years, and then I think before that was 150th. So there you go.
Something like that.
Next, we went into the one of the on-site maintenance shops that's right next to it. It is, I believe it's the Intamin shop normally. So that would be Maverick Millennium Forces shop. I believe it's just their shop right now. It probably had more in the past, but they do bring in rides from over the park. They do have an off-site maintenance facility on the other side of the causeway.
We've been there.
It's really neat. But they do bring in different rides over here. Um, so we saw Corkscrew, we saw Still Vengeance, Maverick, of course, Millennium Forces all over, and all of Maverick and Millennium Forces trains that weren't built were in there. So we saw them very well done. One of the coolest things they had this year, which was different, was the Top Thrill 2 train.
Yes.
And I thought it was really cool because they talked about it when they were put Zamperla talked about this, where the train had less was mostly welded and didn't have as many bolts, and we can
They
confirm
weren't lying.
that they were not lying. We can confirm because, like, the whole seat is welded on to the frame. It's so weird. Just looking at that, and then you look over at Maverick and Millennium Forces train, which just the frame.
They just have a nub out.
Yeah, it's so weird. So it's cool. I'm not gonna lie. They did have a wheel, which is also the huge wheels. You can also hold wheels. We forgot to hold wheels this year, but that's okay.
And forget I didn't wanna do it.
Yeah, but Gina did press the air brakes,
I pushed it.
which are used on Corkscrew, I believe, and maybe Magnum. I don't remember, but yeah. But they also did talk about the safety in there.
There's
Oh,
other buttons you can push.
yeah, and you can do the safety checks and the lights for Top Thrill and all that stuff. So cool spot.
Cool
Okay,
new
we
stops.
did have some new stops, newish. I would say these stops were I loved every one of these stops.
They're really cool.
They mostly they're the ride stops that we didn't talk about. You're probably like, "Why did you go any rides?" All these 3 are rides. So, the first one we have partially done, um,
I
and it
feel like we've done it on the other side of the tunnel that
we
we went.
might have. I think we've done it twice in the couple years we've done this
I
event.
have to look
But
back.
it's been a while since we've done this, to be honest, and where did we go?
The Maverick second launch tunnel. Inside of it.
Yeah, so if it's basically a block break. You go around the course and then you go under, and there's crossing gates and a sound, and then you launch at 70 miles an
Phew!
hour. They're very fast there. So we got to go under there, right where the launch, you first go into that launch. We've done that before. I do know that. I think you're right. I think we did do the other side during some event. I don't know what that was.
It was when it was really rainy because I think it was muddy.
Maybe. However, we also got to go in the middle.
I think that was the first time we went because we weren't in groups. We just walked around by
Maybe.
ourselves.
It might have been. I don't know. Um,
He's over my shenanigans.
no. So we did go in the middle part of the tunnel, and it was really cool to see that. It's pretty much right where the train stops and then goes. So there's like a block
Phew!
right there. It was really you could see the speaker, you could see the crossing gates, and of course you could just see the tunnel, which was really cool to see.
Both sides.
Both sides. So very neat. Where was our other new stop?
Iron Dragon.
What did we do there?
We walked through the gate. Unauthorized personnel only.
The ride
And
is
we
not running,
it
to be
is
clear.
not. We got to see the lift hill. We entered right by the lift hill start. And
Yes.
then we made a right and went down underneath the station because that's where they house the extra train. But the train was not there,
Yeah.
which is fine. But it was cool to see.
Yeah, so with Iron Dragon, they do have to do some on-site maintenance occasionally because of the ride. And so under the station, and you can see this when you're in the queue, but there's a piece of track that oddly goes down under the station. And so we went under there. And so we could see that. They had the different things down there with the suspended coasters. They do have to change some of the pistons more often because it swings, and so you got to put new pistons things on there. I'm probably calling them wrong, but they have to change those pretty regularly. So that's an easy way for them to do that. It was cool to go under the lift hill. Not a long stop, of course. They did have, and I don't know the official term for these, the bags that go between the trains that hold, like, fluids and stuff. I don't know what they're called.
That still get you wet.
They get you
I think
soaking
it
wet when
I
it
still
rains.
I think it's more to not get you coaster grease on you.
It is. It's to protect you from coaster grease, but when it rains, it's a waterfall.
Yes.
But, yeah, that's what
You
it
want
is.
a water ride? There you go.
Yeah. Um, and then and then we went into the Erie Freight Company building, also known as Siren's Curse's maintenance building. So this building looks tiny.
So small,
It
itty bitty.
looks like a trailer, I would say. It looks like a trailer, maybe 2 trailer cabs stacked on top of each other. That's all it looks like.
Yeah, because when the other group was in front of us, I'm like,
Where did all they
"W
go?
are there," and there was people standing outside, so I'm like, "It can't be that big because
There's no
these
way.
people are standing outside and they went out." But we went in.
Our whole It's a large building.
It's huge.
It's
I'm like, "What's going
humongous.
on?"
It's way bigger than I thought it was
Yep.
for sure. It's got a piece of transfer track, so you can fit a whole train up there, which is where the train was at, one of the trains. The other train was in pieces on the ground. You can fit, a lot of people in there. So our group was decently sized, at least 50
I
people.
would say at least 50.
We were all in there. There was room. So it was also very cool to see the train broken down. This is the first time we've seen the train broken down. That train is bright, um, for
It's
sure.
beautiful.
It's a very lime green color, very I it's awesome, and then just to see it broken down and how they put it together. We also did see the hook, or not we didn't see the hook, we saw the piece on the train where the hook grabs, for the tilt. So that was out on the table, so that was cool. Maybe the hook was there too, I don't remember.
I may have missed that.
Yeah, it was on the place was on the table. I pointed out to you.
Doesn't mean I saw it.
Yeah, it's okay. So, also on the outside of the shop, they had some of the components for the tilt, some big cylinders, so if they need to replace those, it was what it looked like to me. So, anyway, it was really cool.
I liked it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's kind of our main stops.
And then it was time for lunch.
We did have lunch.
And after lunch, there's always a presentation.
Yeah, this is a big presentation. You always get a lot of cool stuff that's not been announced yet. So this is kind of a spoiler warning also, just let you know. When we came in, we had to come in on the Causeway, which is not the causeway that you're familiar with, because the causeway was closed.
And to exit, you need to make a left at the front of the park, make another left, go to the ticket booth, and follow the
Make a
detour
U-turn.
around
Yeah, make a U-turn. And then go back
and
out
go
it.
out the Causeway.
Yes. So
We only heard that about 4 times.
during the presentation, which I'm just gonna say, someone didn't do it right, and it was not
True
us. It
story.
wasn't us. We did it right, but
Someone
someone
wasn't
came
paying
some other way
attention.
and got they had to, like it was I was like, "You didn't listen to the presentation?"
Nope.
So the causeway is getting work done on it. This is a part of their multi-year phases on the causeway, so, not exactly for sure what they're doing with it, but that's happening. So we'll see. It's supposed to be open. It needed some work, to be honest. It needed
Yeah,
some patches at the
it
end of the
needs
season.
something.
It's supposed to get I don't know the full plan for it. It's a multi-year plan, so we'll see, but it is getting some work done on it. So I think we're
Finally.
all happy about that. Um, the next kind of major thing was the
Star
new
Spangled Celebration.
Yep,
It's a week-long celebration coming June 28th to July 4th. Different activities will occur, including food eating contest, and we'll have a very large fireworks show on July 4th. There will be people coming out of the sky,
like
dropping flags.
parachute jumpers. There's also gonna be the army band at some point walking on the midway, which is gonna be cool to see. Someone the Cavs band or someone from the Cavs is gonna be there.
More to come.
More to come. So this looks cool. Also, every day is gonna be different. So this is a whole week-long celebration. So definitely we're gonna try to get up there at some point. I don't know exactly when, but sounds like a not miss event.
Yes. And to go off of that, new this year, 15 spots near the front of the park is going to be reserved for veterans. We don't know where they are,
No clue.
but there's going to be 15 reserved parking spots
Yeah,
for
so
those who served.
expect more information on that, I would say. Also, you do get discounted tickets.
Yes.
So again, look on the website, you'll find that information.
Potties are getting
So,
refurbished.
so continuing the trend of a bathroom getting refreshed,
Why aren't they doing them all at the same time?
plumbing is expensive. Shocking, I know. So the Frontier Trail restroom is the one that got selected this year to get refurbed. That one was okay. I'm okay with that one getting refreshed. There's some others that I think we all agree would be better to get refreshed, but that's okay. Um, Raptor, but that's
That one's
good.
so weird.
What? Raptors is weird. I
It
know.
is weird.
I feel like they're gonna have to rebuild that one. That one's probably the last one that will
I
be
don't
done.
know.
That's gonna be the most expensive one. So, anyway,
Walking down the midway on our way to the back of the park,
we
we
noticed
noticed
a
a dumpster
dumpster,
in front of a pagoda.
which we thought was weird,
I didn't think it was weird. I'm like, they're redoing it.
but they did it last year because they moved the counter last year, and I thought, oh, that's it. They're done. They're not done.
They're not. They are knocking out a wall.
They're knocking at a wall. It's gone.
It's gone.
Bye wall.
You're going to be able to walk through from pagoda to Sweet Spot to the Snoopy store. It's all going to be
So they
connected.
already connected Sweet Spot and the Snoopy store. I don't remember the name of that store, but the Snoopy store and the Sweet Spot had already been connected, I think last year, which was super nice just to go between the two. Now you're going to be able to go all through all three.
Wahoo!
So that's going to be, I think that's a great addition, to be honest, because if there's bad weather, I mean, you're probably going to, I think you don't have to go outside. That's nice to me. Stay warm. I don't know. Stay dry,
And for the people that were upset they couldn't get Starbucks Saturday morning,
which
it was under renovation
mhm, we
along with
didn't
the
notice
hotel
this, to be clear. We
breakers.
did not notice
No,
this.
we did not.
Uh, the
But
hotel
they are both getting
mhm.
refurb. The hotel one doesn't look as
Mm,
extreme.
no, it just looks like a fresh I think it's
Fresh
gonna
coat
look
of
pretty.
paint.
I think it's gonna look pretty. I think they're adding some wood paneling to it too, so it's gonna look nice. But the one in the park is getting a massive redesign.
I think it'll work better flow-wise.
Yeah, because that one got a long line out the door all the time we
Yeah.
saw. We don't I don't
Normal
know.
Starbucks.
Yeah, we normally don't get Starbucks in the
No,
park. Sometimes we do, but normally we don't. I'm not that big a coffee drinker.
he is
Maybe
not.
occasionally I'll get a frappuccino, but yeah. But it's gonna be a good addition, I think. Um
And now we're gonna talk about the roundabout.
Yes, so the roundabout is not an official Cedar Point project. It's a city project, I think, or county.
Ish.
But a roundabout is coming to Route 6 in Cedar Point Road, I think is what's called, which is the causeway, right across from Thirsty Pony. So that construction has started. I originally thought that's why we had to go the causeway. Not the case.
Nope.
So they've started it, so that's something. However, we did find out that with a roundabout, it's a circle, right? And in the middle of the roundabout is a circle where you can put something. So Cedar Point owns that circle.
So I anticipate a new sign.
Well, I can almost guarantee a new sign's coming there because the blue sign is going bye bye.
See ya,
Um,
because it was unfinished.
yeah, so we kind of I didn't think about this until we drove by it this time, but it says Cedar Point at the top, and then there's this giant blue space. What we found out is both under Cedar Point, it was supposed to have LED screens on both sides, and just
It does
because
not.
of 2020 COVID, it did not get it. Anyway,
Some sad news.
yeah, sad news.
Pipe Scream is no longer considered a coaster.
Yeah, it's now a thrill ride.
It's a thrill ride.
We talked about counting coasters, so
We'll leave it.
well, if coaster count keeps it, we're keeping it. To be
We're
fair,
keeping it.
to be fair, um,
It was recorded as a coaster when we wrote it.
yeah,
We're keeping it.
yeah. So I argue if you want. I don't know. But they're
We
not
don't
counting them
care.
they're not counting those, officially, that model. The whole chain is not, so Six Flags is not counting that.
Right. It's a chain wine
So
thing.
expect sorry if you love your favorite Surf Dog roller coaster at Kings Island, also not a roller coaster now, so it's a thrill ride. Um, to be completely fair, the model is called a disco coaster,
Not a roller coaster.
but it's a coaster. It's a disco coaster,
But not a roller coaster.
but it's a coaster, which should count as a coaster. Anyway,
According to Six Flags.
moving on.
All new Six Flags rides going forward, roller coasters, will have their own maintenance shop, like Siren's Curse.
Yeah, so we kinda noticed this with some of the, I kinda noticed it with some of the other newer
I
rides
don't
that
pay
were
that
being
much
built.
attention.
So it's just nice to have it there because I think they actually first did it with Top Thrill 2 because they kinda reused the launch building as their maintenance shop. Probably doesn't work as well as Siren's Curses because Siren's Curses literally backs into it with the track, but it's there, so that's cool. So I think that's a good improvement. I think it comes down you probably do have to have maybe more maintenance. Well, I don't know if you even have to have more maintenance people, but I think it helps, you don't have to transport things to a location to do maintenance on. So I think you're saving some kind of cost
Something.
there, at least enough to build a whole building, right? I mean, I'm sure it pays itself off in like multiple years down the road because you expect the ride to be there for,
A
years,
couple
hopefully,
years.
or so, maybe longer. So I think eventually it's gonna probably 5 to 10 years, it's gonna that building's gonna pay itself off with the gas cost and other costs that you have to deal, but I would think. Okay, and then
Last but not well,
this
maybe
was
not
kind of the
last.
mic drop in the room, I would say.
People were very upset.
They were concerned, for sure. Coaster Mania is returning.
It's returning.
That's the good news.
Yes.
How it's returning?
We don't know.
No clue. We
It'll
were
be
told
different.
it's different. So stay tuned for that. I expect that coaster stock at Kings Island will follow this event. I would not be surprised if they're the same, whatever the different is. I don't know. Anyway,
And another question that was brought up in our presentation
well,
that might not have been brought up in anybody else's was if they're going to get mango flavored ices.
I think this question honestly got brought up last year in our question and
I
answers.
have no idea.
It's something about an icy flavor. I was thinking about that. So,
They don't care if it's sugar free or not. They just want mango.
I
I like the orange better.
yeah, I think orange is way
Orange.
better than mango, to be
They have
honest.
orange at Cedar Point. They have mango at Kings Island.
Yeah.
I would rather keep the orange.
Yeah, I don't think
Be
mango's that
different.
great, but I'm
Who
also a
am I?
bluegrass person, so it's fine. Or I can do a lot of the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Me, not so much.
so we got some final thoughts here. Number 1, lunch was provided. We talked about that.
It was okay.
I like some of it. It wasn't as strong as previous lunches, but it was a lunch. It was included. Lemon chicken
That
was
one was good.
probably our favorite. As legs with
Drumsticks.
drumsticks. Sorry, with chicken. That was good. They did have a blackberry and peach
I want to say cobbler.
cobbler, we think, or pudding. I don't know what it was. I liked it quite a bit. Some of it
It
was a
was
little.
liquidy.
Some of
Well,
it
not liquidy,
was
but
not as cooked. I felt,
yeah.
but then some of it was really good. So it was good.
They had a chocolate chip bread pudding I liked,
It was okay. I didn't like the chocolate in
and
it.
I liked the pasta.
There was some pasta, there was some ribs, there was salad.
Green beans with ham. Gross.
They had some good decent food, I'll say that.
I mean, that's just my prerogative because I
Yeah.
don't like that kind of stuff.
I was
But
just happy they had raspberry tea available. I missed my raspberry tea. So, I was
even though he can get it other places.
but it's not this no, it's kinda hard to find. This tea is hard to find, just saying. This event is interesting, I'll say that. A lot of people go and take a lot of photos, which is fine. I have no problem with that. Several people take a lot of photos. I will
I
say,
take a lot of photos,
we
but
I would just say,
be
we
respectful.
we on purpose stay near the back of the group. Um,
Well, Matt does because he can see over
I
people I
can't. I
cannot.
stay we stay in the back of the group. I think it's a little easier because we do record some things and stuff like that, which talking about that, coming soon on our YouTube channel will be the
Woo.
video that we recorded, coming out Saturday. So, stay tuned for that.
Yes.
So we did record pretty much all day. So everything we
Bonus
talked about,
episode.
we were not able to record the presentation. Sorry.
No,
But if you want to see some of this stuff there,
no
uh,
phones.
you can see that. But so we normally stay near the back, but a couple people definitely treated this as a photo shoot for the rides.
And kind of push people out of the way, which
Yeah, I was in the
teach their
back,
own.
so I
I
didn't
get it.
see
I
that.
understand that.
Yeah,
However, be respectful to those
yeah.
around you, as always.
We're all there. We're all nerds if we're going to this event.
Not me. I'm just there.
She's becoming one of us, just to let you know.
No.
But just wanted to say that. And then this year's event was a bit shorter than previous years. Kind of not a big surprise because they weren't getting a brand new attraction. So it wasn't like a focus, right? With Siren's Curse last year, we got to spend a decent amount of time at Siren's Curse. And then we also got in to see the train up close, which was not part of this. There's also a couple other stops. We didn't do the arcade, we didn't do food and beverage, and we didn't do
Behind the scenes
park
of
services.
we didn't do behind the scenes of the games either,
Yeah, so games and park services
or
and
makeup.
yeah, so that was
Wait,
something we missed, but I get it. I was just happy to be there
I
and do what we did. I
feel
think
like you missed something during the presentation.
what?
If you don't know, they have tweet ups every year,
Oh yeah,
and they have tweet up coins,
yep.
and this year's coin is.
Corkscrew for its 50th.
There you go.
It
Last
looks
year,
really cool.
yeah, it does. Last year's was Siren's
Cyrus Curse,
Curse, of
yep.
course.
Top 2 before that. don't know if we got either of those, but
No, we did get the 150th, but they do tweet up coins if you do not know that. If you're in the park that day,
follow
watch your
Tony.
Twitter
Follow Tony Clark.
on X or whatever it is.
X Twitter. It's Twitter.
Follow Tony. They might do it. You can either choose between a tweet up coin, they've done fast lanes that you can
Mhm.
get, and some other
And
items.
they also did mention they're looking to do it a different way too, besides just tweet ups. So I don't know.
Pay attention.
Pay
You
attention.
could win a coin.
Yeah. So anyway, good point. Obviously, can't wait till next year's event. The other thing that I really like going to this event for is we always see a bunch of people that we know and hang out with a bit. It depends. Everyone's group's a little different. So I know some people we know had a later group.
No.
Sorry if we missed you, but we did hang out with a couple people in the group right before us, and some people in the groups after us. We kind of interacted with it too. Because I will say, your group, we were the second group, is what we realized that went out, and we normally do early. We like early, it just seems to flow better, seems to work out better for us. I don't really love getting up that early, I'm not gonna lie, but, uh,
If it's a theme park, he likes to
I
get up
do.
that early.
It's still early and it's colder normally in the morning, I'll just say that, so to each their own. But it seems to flow pretty good. I would say if we do it early in the morning, um, so I like that. But normally the group before you and the group after you, you kind of interact with a bit because one, you're waiting sometimes and the group will come out. And then also you normally have lunch and the presentation with one of those groups. So
Yep.
it was kind of neat to hang out with some people. Yeah. Um,
That's why I go to
yeah.
see people. I don't care
Yeah.
about the rest of the
There
day.
also was some new merch. Some of it was pretty good, I would say. Some of it got called out
Cause controversy.
afterwards because it was AI. The one was a little iffy, I'm not gonna lie. The other ones I didn't think looked bad at all. There was some stuff that was not AI for sure, but there was a Maverick shirt that looked like Maverick had a spike. So, anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. I kinda saw it, and I was like, "I kinda like that," and then it kinda blew up after, so I'm bringing it.
My favorite merch that they showed
Mhm.
was the Millennium Force
Yep.
shirt that's shaped as a space shuttle.
Yeah. So they're definitely going into the space shuttle thing with Millennium Force a lot more than they had before, because there's also what is that? It's not a squishmallow, is it?
Ish.
It's a squishmallow, and it's the rocket. I don't know. So, they do have some, seagull merch now also, which is cool.
Got little shoulder buddies, the
Yep.
seagulls and Snoopy. I didn't
Yeah.
see Woodstock today, but or this
We've
past
seen
week,
it before,
but
yeah.
they probably still have
Yeah.
them.
They also do have new models. You'll see models behind us. Those are the coaster cutouts out there. They do have a new one by Print My Ride that is actually 3D printed of
Looks really cool.
Top Thrill 2 and Millennium Force. If Maverick or Siren's Curse was there, I might have bought them. So I'm sure they'll expand. At the top, I almost came home with Top Thrill 2s. I'm not gonna lie.
May
Really
post
liked
a
them.
picture right here to show.
Yeah. So they were really cool. So they're new this year. And that's a good company. We've got some stuff from them before, and everything they produce is pretty good. So anyway, um, I'm sure we missed something.
Well, every presentation's different
Yeah, depending on
because
the
other
questions,
people ask different
different
questions,
questions, like
I
the
would think.
mango one, we
Yeah.
probably didn't get answered in everyone. So, and obviously they stay away from certain questions. You can imagine why. Sticker falls, they get brought up. They're like,
To
not
be
yet,
determined.
not yet. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
not yet was pretty popular. But don't forget to turn left, right, out, round, out.
There was no right,
There's a
left,
left. Sorry.
left,
Left, left,
left,
U-turn.
left
There you are.
ish.
Anyway. So, anyway, I'm sure we missed something or there might be something you wanna have clarified that we talked about. So send us some questions
Put it down below.
and we'll get those answered. And what can I say? Questions.
At MGMadventures at yahoo.com or to us directly through one of our social channels.
And like I said, thanks for joining us. Make sure to like, follow, and share. We're definitely available all kinds of places. I think most people do actually watch us on YouTube,
Yep.
but we are available on Spotify, Apple, everywhere, pretty much, I
All the
think.
things.
All the
iHeartRadio.
podcasting sources. We are on iHeartRadio, correct, thank you. Amazon Music, I think we're on there too now, so anyway, you can probably find us anywhere at this point, but make sure, to like, follow, and share this, and we will see you on the next episode, adventurers.
Bye.
Bye.